Hey folks, Brett here. Your phone probably has at least one app installed that you don't need. I'm talking about apps that promise to clean your phone, extend your battery life, protect your privacy, or unlock some amazing new feature, but may actually waste storage, collect personal information, or make your phone less secure. In this video, I'll show you 10 types of free apps that should never be installed on an iPhone or an Android phone. Now, to be clear, I'm not saying that every app in these categories is dangerous. Some legitimate apps provide useful features. The problem is that these categories are filled with unnecessary, misleading, and sometimes extremely invasive apps. Let's get started with one of the biggest offenders. There was a time when flashlight apps were useful. That time is over. Android phones and iPhones have had a flashlight control built directly into the operating system for years. You can normally access it from the lock screen, control center, or quick settings. So why would a flashlight need to know your location, access your contacts, or connect to advertising servers? It doesn't. This isn't just a hypothetical concern. Going back to the last decade, up until now, they've had their issues. The Federal Trade Commission, previously back in 2013, took action against the developer of Brightest Flashlight Free after alleging that the app deceived users about sharing precise location and device information with third parties. Even though that particular case happened years ago, it remains a perfect example of how a very simple free app can be used as a vehicle for unnecessary data collection. Unless your flashlight app provides a specialized feature that you absolutely have to have, like being able to do Morse code, delete it. Your phone already has a flashlight, and it doesn't need to know where you live. You've probably seen apps with names containing the words like Cleaner, Optimizer, Speed Booster, or Super Clean. They usually show dramatic animations of digital garbage being swept away with a giant number telling you that your phone has 17,000 problems. That sounds serious until you realize most of those problems are temporary files, cached images, or apps sitting harmlessly in memory. Modern versions of Android and iOS already include storage management tools. Android can show you unused files and apps from its storage settings, while the iPhone provides storage recommendations and can automatically offload apps you haven't used recently. A third-party cleaner might remove a few temporary files, but many of them immediately recreate themselves the next time you open the app. Some cleaner apps also run constantly in the background, display ads, and send notifications claiming your phone is in danger. So you install an app to improve performance, and the app ends up consuming storage, memory, and battery. Instead, open your phone's built-in storage settings, delete large videos you no longer need, uninstall apps you never use, and clear an individual app's cache only when the app is having a problem. You do not need an animated broom to do it. Closely related to phone cleaners are RAM boosters, game boosters, and task killers. These apps promise to instantly make your phone faster by closing everything running in the background. You tap one giant button, watch the percentage increase, and feel like you upgraded your phone. But Android and iOS are designed to manage memory automatically. Android places restrictions on background activity and manages processes based on available resources. Newer Android versions also include increasingly strict controls over excessive memory use. When a RAM booster repeatedly forces apps to close, those apps may simply reopen a few moments later. That can use additional processing power and may delay notifications or cause apps to behave unpredictably. Unused RAM isn't automatically better RAM. Your phone keeps frequently used information in memory so apps can open more quickly. Constantly emptying everything is a little like throwing everything out of your refrigerator because you want the shelves to look clean, and then immediately buying it all again. When your phone feels slow, restart it, remove unused apps, install operating system updates, and check your available storage. Skip the magic Boost Now button. Next are apps that claim to extend your battery life, repair your battery, or make your phone charge dramatically faster. An app cannot physically repair a worn-out lithium-ion battery. It also can't transform an ordinary charger into a high-speed charger using a fancy lightning bolt animation. Android already includes battery saver, adaptive battery, and battery optimization controls. The iPhone also manages performance and battery behavior using information such as temperature, charge level, and battery condition. A third-party battery app might change a few settings, dim your screen, or close background processes. but you can already do those things without giving another company access to your phone. And if the battery app constantly runs in the background to monitor your battery, congratulations, it may be using the battery it claims to be saving. Instead, use your phone's built-in battery section to identify the apps consuming the most power. Also, lower your screen's brightness, restrict unnecessary background activity, and if you're able to do so, replace the physical battery when its health has seriously declined. No free app can reverse battery chemistry. QR scanner apps are another category that used to be useful, but are now mostly unnecessary. On iOS and Android, with the built-in camera app, you can point it at the QR code directly. That means most people do not need to install a separate QR scanner. The third-party scanner itself may work perfectly, but some free scanner apps contain aggressive advertising or permissions unrelated to scanning a square on a restaurant menu or anywhere else you find QR codes. There's another issue. Scanning a QR code does not automatically make the destination safe. A QR code can open a legitimate website, but it can also send you to a fake login page or a malicious download. A separate scanner with a giant green check mark should not convince you that every link is trustworthy. Use your phone's built-in camera and always examine the website address before opening it. And remember, a QR code is just a link wearing a tiny black and white disguise. VPNs can be useful, but choosing one by searching free VPN and installing the first result is a terrible idea. When you connect to a VPN, your internet traffic is routed through servers controlled by the VPN provider. You are moving trust away from your ISP and giving it to the VPN company. That makes the provider's reputation, privacy policy, and security practices extremely important. Research into free Android VPN apps has found examples containing tracking libraries, traffic leaks, and other privacy or security weaknesses. That doesn't mean every free VPN is bad, but it does mean you should never trust an unknown provider simply because its logo contains a shield. Before installing one, find out who operates the service, how it makes money, whether its apps have been independently audited, and what information it logs. A legitimate provider, like Proton VPN as an example, may offer a limited free tier supported by paying customers. That is very different from a mysterious, unlimited service with no clear business model. Running all your internet traffic through a random free VPN is like giving a stranger your house keys because he showed up wearing a security guard hat. Custom keyboard apps can add themes, GIFs, predictive typing, and other useful features. But think about what a keyboard does. Use it to type searches, private messages, email addresses, and sometimes sensitive personal information. Apple deliberately places custom keyboards inside a restrictive sandbox by default, blocking network access and other capabilities that could be used to transfer typed information. That restriction demonstrates just how sensitive keyboard access can be. That doesn't mean every third-party keyboard is secretly recording you. Reputable keyboards from established developers can be perfectly reasonable. The warning is about unknown LED keyboards, luxury keyboards, or amazing emoji keyboard apps that request extensive access without clearly explaining why they need it. Before enabling one, research the developer and read its privacy information. On the app stores, check the app's privacy section to see what categories of data the developer reports collecting. A keyboard theme is not worth exposing everything you type to a company you can't identify. Sometimes the boring keyboard built into your phone is the better keyboard. Apps marketed as secret phone trackers, hidden monitoring tools, or invisible parental control apps should never be secretly installed on another adult's phone. Software designed to secretly monitor someone's messages, location, calls, or online activity is commonly known as stalkerware. The Federal Trade Commission has taken action against stalkerware companies over allegations involving the secret collection and sharing of people's physical movements, phone use, and online activities. There are legitimate family safety and device management tools, but they should be used transparently, legally, and with appropriate consent. If you discover an unfamiliar monitoring app on your phone, don't immediately start changing everything, especially if you believe another person may be using it to monitor or control you. Removing it could alert that person. The FTC recommends considering help from law enforcement or a domestic violence advocate and thinking about preserving evidence before making changes. This category isn't merely annoying or unnecessary. It can create a serious personal safety issue. Let's say you find an app or game that normally costs money, but a website offers a premium unlocked version for free. No advertisements, no subscription, every feature unlocked. What could possibly go wrong? A lot. Modified Android packages and unofficial iPhone installation files can be altered to include malware, credential stealing code, or hidden advertising components. Even when the original app is legitimate, you have no reliable way to know what someone added to the modified version. Google Play Protect checks apps during installation and periodically scans Android devices for potentially harmful apps. Google also warns that harmful apps may ask users to enable restricted settings that could put their devices or data at risk. Apple does something similar with their apps in the App Store, with automated scans and a team of human reviewers to help ensure they are safe of malware. Be especially suspicious when an app tells you to disable Play Protect, ignore a security warning, or grant accessibility access just to complete the installation. Download apps from the official store or directly from the developer you know and trust. Saving $5 is not worth handing over your passwords, photos, and financial information. The number one app that should never be on your phone is any app whose permissions make absolutely no sense. For example, a wallpaper app does not need your microphone. A calculator app does not need access to your contacts. A flashlight does not need your precise location. And a basic puzzle game probably doesn't need permanent access to your photos, call history, and nearby devices. Permissions determine which parts of your phone and which categories of personal information an app can access. CISA recommends managing those permissions to reduce unnecessary exposure of personal information. Don't automatically tap Allow just because an app asks. Pause for 2 seconds and ask one simple question: why does my app need that? When the answer makes no sense, select Don't Allow or delete the app entirely. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it helped. If it did, give this video a thumbs up and share it with others. Let us know in the comments the apps you think should never be on an iPhone or Android phone. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe and hit that bell to not miss out on our latest videos right here on Brett in Tech.